Hey YouTube, it's your girl See Me Lose, coming to you with another video. Um, it's gonna be a little different this time. I, I did cook dinner, but it took me like the whole day to do it because I was working. So I worked 10 to 10 today. So I'm just literally finishing it. All I made was soup, but the way I make my soup is an all day process. So um, I don't know what to call it. It has a lot of vegetables. All it is vegetables and meat that I basically cook. I don't know. It's just soup. I have no specific name for it, but I did want to show you guys the pot. Okay, hang on. Okay, guys. So this is the soup. So it has a lot of everything in it. It has meat, kale, cabbage, zucchini, mixed vegetables, okra, um, and for the meat, excuse those people who don't eat pork, but it has ham hocks in it, smoked ham hocks that I cooked down until they fell off the bone. And the stew pork pieces, I browned them and then I cut them up and I put it into. So I got these containers. I'm going to put them in little containers so I can put in the freezer so that when I want soup, I can just grab one out the freezer. And this little 4-ounce container, I just got up to the point where I can eat this whole 4-ounce container. When I first had the surgery, I could only eat like less than half of this. I'm getting better, okay? So let me show you guys how I made it. Okay, guys, so I cleaned the smoked ham hocks and I put them in a pot of water so they can boil down. I only put onions in the water so it can start boiling. Because I'm going to cook them until they fall off the bone, I'm going to have to boil them about 3 times, meaning like 3 different pots of water. So this is actually the second time adding water to it. And when I added water to it this time, I put a little bit of seasonings in it because the smoked ham hocks is already salty. But I wanted to put something in it, so I put in the salt-free garlic and herb, the better than bouillon, a scoop of the better than bouillon, and just some black pepper. So that's all I put into the smoked ham hocks. That was it. After I did that, I started on the pork stew pieces. Um, yeah, so I started on the pork stew pieces right here. um, so I cleaned them, I put them in a bowl. I seasoned them with onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, the garlic free salt, the garlic free, excuse me, the salt free garlic and herb, and the Tony Creole seasoning. So yeah, so how I do my soup, I did this with soup before. I bought a pack of the pork stew pieces and I browned them in the pan, and the soup came out so good, y'all. So now this is how I do my soup. I I brown all the pieces first, and then I put them in the soup. But I do have to cut it up because those pieces are pretty large. So I do cut it up, but they stay tender when I do it like that. Like, I guess, browning them, seals in, whatever. And it was so good. So this is me cooking them in the pan. And I flip them over. They basically are done. I didn't want to cook them till they're completely cooked. I just wanted to brown them. So they are brown. I was just showing you guys that they are brown. I'm getting ready to take them out the pan, and then I'll wait till they cool off to cut them up. So I didn't put in the next part. So the next part is I'm taking the smoked ham hocks that have cooked down to where they came off the bone. I took them out of the pot, and I waited till they cooled off, and I literally just picked the meat off the bone, only because I don't like bones in my soup, just like I don't like bones in my collard greens. When I make collard greens, I put smoked neck bones in them, and I same thing, cook them till they fall off the bone, take them out, pick all the bones out, and then put the meat back in the pot and put the greens in the pot. So this is the same concept. I did that with the smoked ham hocks. I took them off the bone and put it back in the pot. So now that that's done, I'm gonna let this meat cool off. While I'm doing that, these are the ingredients I'm putting in the soup. So that's kale, that's the cut up pork pieces, onions, uh, green peppers and yellow peppers and orange peppers, the zucchini, cabbage, mixed vegetables, and the okra. So this is everything in the pot except for the okra. I love okra, but when you cook it too long, it gets that slimy feeling. So I waited to put those in at the end. So I let that cook down. Then I put the okra in. So I let it cook down a little. This is the okra in it, and then basically the soup is done. I'm gonna let it cook. Let the okra cook because it's frozen. So I'm gonna let the okra cook, and then basically that's it. The soup is done. I'm going to. This is a big pot. I don't know if you could tell, but this is a big pot. So this is the actual finished product. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in containers because it's just too much for me to eat. But I like to have it when I'm ready for it. So the little green tops are little 4-ounce containers, and then the bigger containers are for when a couple of friends ask me for some. So those are the containers, and that's it. That's how I made the soup, guys. Like, subscribe, and share, and thank you for watching. Bye.